Hey guys, welcome to Redneck Off the Range. Today I'm at a local park which is really close to where I work, and they have this really big 72-acre lake with a stream or creek going through it. And I came here last week just to try it out, see if it was a good fishing spot, and I caught a total of 14 different fish. They were all bluegill, green sunfish, and some really beautiful long-ear sunfish. And I think there may have even been some hybrids in there, but it was really cool for me because everything except for the bluegill were new species for me. I've never caught them before, but you know, I caught them all on crickets, and so you know, the crickets, they were a good method to fish with, but I didn't catch anything on any other method that I tried. So today I'm going to start out with crickets, and then I'm going to move on to some other methods and just see if I can catch anything other than a sunfish. This time I'm actually in the creek portion of the lake. I'm actually on the the downstream portion right after the creek spills out of the lake. Before I was on just on the other side of the spillway, so I was in the lake but in the spillway portion of the lake. So and it was a really good fishing spot. So let's try throwing a few crickets out there and seeing what we can get. All right, let's give this a shot. Try that again. All right, guys, I wasn't having any luck directly beneath the spillway, so I came downstream just a little bit, and I just missed a fish. Not sure what it was, but I did see a giant gar in here, and I don't think I'll be able to catch a gar with the tackle that I got, but it would be cool if I did. Just missed another one. That's the bad thing about crickets. They come off really easily, but they're excellent bait. Third time's a charm. In case anybody ever wonders why I hate using open face reels, this is why. Alright, now that I've wasted about half of my night trying to fix this stupid rod, let's try this one more time. Not quite sure what's out there, but something's eating them. Okay, so nothing's wanting to hook up with the actual hook that I'm putting the cricket on. I did have one good take, which I'm pretty sure was one of those gar that I seen, but gar are just really hard to catch, and it came off. So I'm gonna try this little grasshopper crankbait and see if I get any better luck with that, because there's a lot more hooks on these things. Alright, so I've had a few takes on my crankbait, but I'm pretty sure they were all gar. The only fish I've really seen so far are gar. I mean, I'm sure there were some bluegill or something nibbling on my crickets in the beginning, but the only thing I know for sure I've seen are gar, and gar are just really hard to catch, and so I'm not super confident, but I'm hoping maybe there's some catfish in here, maybe some channel cats or some bullheads. So I'm gonna switch things up and go to chicken livers. These are some really old, like expired by like a year chicken livers, but hopefully they can catch me something. Okay, so the only thing I was getting over there were gar, and like I said, gar are really hard to catch. They would get the chicken livers and they would just pull them off, and I couldn't even hook them up. So I came back up to the lake to the same spot where I caught all those sunfish at last week, and we're gonna start off by doing the same thing, putting a cricket in a small bobber and seeing if I catch any sunfish. Ah, got me. And the same thing was happening last week too. They would, half of them would take the bait without getting hooked up, so it's not that uncommon with crickets. Got one. All right. That looks like a bluegill. Nice. Time to try some chicken livers. Okay, nothing but a soft-shell turtle is wanting to go after the chicken livers, so I'm going to try this little mini crankbait, and if that doesn't work, I'm just going to switch back to the other rod and try to catch some more sunfish with those crickets. Alright, nothing seemed interested in the crankbait, so back to old reliable. These fish are so good at getting the bait off the hook. One of these times I'll get them. There's one. Ah, come here. That, I think that's a long ear. It's either a long ear or it's a hybrid between a long ear and a green sunfish maybe. Alright guys, so I need to start heading out of here, but I did catch a few more bluegill and long ear. I think I caught 8 total. And just like last time, I couldn't get any bites with anything else except for down there where the gar kept getting the bait. So, not giving up just yet. I will come back here many more times and try to just do different things and try to catch other species of fish, because there are a lot of different species of fish on in this lake. That's what I've read online. So I would really like to come back and try to catch as many different species as I can, but unfortunately today it was just sunfish again like last time. So which I'm perfectly fine with that, because I could just sit here and catch sunfish all night and be perfectly happy, because it's just nice and peaceful out here and there's really not anybody around. I mean, there's a guy down there fly fishing, and you know, every once in a while you'll see somebody, but other than that, I mean, there's really not a whole lot of people to come and bother you. So anyway, so subscribe to my channel. Until next time, be safe.